Hi, I'm Doug Strouse, and I'm president of the CEO Club of Baltimore. The CEO Club of Baltimore has been around since, I've been involved in it since 1985. It was founded in 1977 by Joe Mancuso, and the Baltimore chapter was founded in the early 90s, 93, I believe. And it's a group of CEOs, people that run businesses for a couple $1 million and up, all the way up to the founder of America Online. It's probably one of the biggest success stories, I think, in American history and from a business perspective. It's a great organization. It's where CEOs and presidents of companies come to meet. The whole concept of the group, it's okay to be at the top, but you don't necessarily have to be alone. And it really creates a forum for people to communicate at the highest level and in an objective way. I was running a company back in 1985. I owned a company, and Joe was doing a mailing in terms of trying to launch. At that time, it was the Washington chapter of the CEO Club. And he said, come to the launching of the chapter of Baltimore, Washington. And I remember, like it was yesterday, I read the letter and actually put it in the trash can, and I actually picked it back up and said, what the heck, let me try it out. And I went to the inaugural meeting back in 1985, loved it, loved being involved with other people that were running companies. It turned out at that meeting, one of the guys that was there turned out to be the founder of America Online, Jim Kimsey. So you get to meet people of that stature. Just a great organization. And so I've been involved since 1985, and Joe asked me to run the Baltimore chapter in the early 90s because I complained so much about driving to DC. And we have a fantastic chapter and a great group of people. We're a nonprofit organization. Quite frankly, our dues are very, very low. They're probably about 1/4 or 1/5 some of these other groups. And we share the same type of information. And we have a larger group where we have meetings 8 times a year. And then we have a smaller group. We call it the Presidential Advisory Council, or PAC, P-A-C for short, which it's much smaller, much more intense. It's a combination of about 12 to 15 people. I cap it off at 15. Non-competing companies, because we share confidential type of information. And it's just a powerful group where you have a group where people act as a board of advisors for one another. So the CEO Club is, you have a large group where you can share information with others, and then you have this comprehensive type group with no more than 12 to 15 people, where again, with confidential type of information, you really can share. Somebody's a host that day, offers an issue or issues they want some input on, and he or she will walk away with lots of information on what they would do and how they would change certain things in the organization or the company. People not only learn in that type of environment, but they meet other people, they meet other business people, and they make connections, and they get other business from them as well. So it's a mutual sharing type of environment, as well as a networking environment too. Some of my best friends, that I've known for years and years and years, have come out of the CEO Club. And plus, it's so great because we have chapters around the world to be able to travel to Dubai and the Philippines and in the Middle East. We get treated like royalty when we're guests of the government, and we get police escorts, and just make the connections not only nationally, but you make connections internationally as well. It energizes you to be around people and share ideas. I mean, I love sharing ideas about business, because different things work for different people. You hear the old axiom, some people are successful in spite of themselves, and some people are. They're at the right place at the right time. But you want to help them and guide them so they don't fall off that wagon, so to speak, because business is dynamic. And if you're in an organization, one of the things we talk about when we work with executives is get the executive to understand about focus. In real estate, you hear location, location, location. We talk about focus, focus, and focus. There's an old axiom in baseball, never take your eye off the ball. Well, it's the same thing in business. You don't want to take your eye off the ball. And I mean, we've had examples with people, some of the companies we've worked with, where the executive will, maybe be off in a wrong direction, and it can be debilitating, and it can be terrible for an organization. So we really try to help them to stay focused and help them to achieve their goals. I mean, go if you have a goal, you got to write it down, and you got to look at it and say, where am I along the pathway? Whether you're doing strategic planning, because we do strategic planning, we break it down into milestones. You can leave a meeting where you need to do something that day, or that week, or that month, and what have you accomplished along the way towards your goal?